Umber, and I'm Sonia's daughter that she forgot she had. At least that's the story I've been telling for 3, maybe 4 decades. Each and every one gathered here today has a very distinct and individual image of Tay. Collectively, those images comprise the beautiful spirit that was and always will be Taylor and Elzey in our memories. The images that come to mind when I think of Taylor is also that shyish, quirkish, gigglish, slanted smile. I cannot recreate it in the last few days. I have tried. But it always made you smile and giggle right along with her, and you didn't even know why. Taylor was born 15 months after her big brother Adam, and the twins, Matt and Dave, arrived 1 week after her 2nd birthday. Now, can you just imagine what that household was like for Sue and Rob? I think it would be conservative to say it was active. With all 4 siblings so very close in age, there was a bond between them that no circumstance could break. Now that doesn't mean they didn't squabble. They were, after all, siblings. I cannot prove it, but I am fairly sure Tay and Dave have already gotten in trouble having a few tussles in heaven. Like the entire Elzey clan, there was not a sport that Taylor could not or would not try or excel at. I understand she was on skates by the time she was 4, and that turned out to be her true love. Like her father, she won a multitude of awards and accolades in skating. She made friends all over the country and even all over the world in skating, and many of them are here to honor her today. Just to be clear, Taylor did not consider cooking or cleaning a sport. Adam can attest to her innate inability to get the clothing on the hanger or in the drawer, to get the trash to the trash can or the dishes to the sink. One of the favorite family stories that I want to share with you is that Taylor burned pudding. I don't mean she overcooked it. I mean she set it on fire. Actually, historically, there are quite a few fire and explosion stories to relate to you about Taylor's various attempts in the kitchen. Stories that I'm sure will be told with fondness in future family gatherings. Taylor's family has never, ever, ever, not even now, been known to gather on any occasion, big or small, where food, and lots of it, and good food was not a major player. From the Elzey buns to the sugar cream pie to some of the best fried chicken you'd ever have in your entire life. Speaking of which, another somewhat disgusting family Elzey trait is they can eat like blooming horses and look like a pencil. Taylor was no exception. She weighed what, 3, 4 pounds? I don't know. We have it on record that in one sitting she ate an entire sugar cream pie and 6 cups, sorry Sonia, of ice cream as a snack. Ladies, there are a lot of us who would pay good money for that metabolism. As delicately as I can, I want to address that stubborn streak in Miss Tay that she was equally well known for. Now, you have to decide if that was yet another family trait. Like the time that she was supposed to be doing her homework with Grandma Sonia, and she refused until her best buddy Ray would come over and do her homework with her. And you all know Sonia can be persuasive. No, Tay was going to do it with Ray, and she did. However, Tay never shied away from school. And any of you that have children out there in school, she was up and dressed and ready to go. Come on, that had to be a blessing for you guys. Because I'm reasonably certain the other three didn't cooperate quite that well. Taylor loved her girl time. She loved to have her nails done, she loved facials, and she loved any girl time she could have with Aunt Nancy, Aunt Kathy, Jazz, and Nikki. On the water at Rich and Cindy's was always game for her. The relationship that she had with her grandparents and her very special godparents was one of sincere, unending love. Pastor Bill and his wife are not here just to mourn a parishioner. They're mourning a very close friend. There's so many friends here that loved her, and so very many stories to tell. Taylor had an innate natural ability with children, especially if they had a disability, and she also had the same ability with animals. I have been in animal rescue for 35 plus years. When the kids were young, Rob would bring them over for a visit. No, not to see me, but to play with my current pack of misfits. No matter how severe the dog I had was, Taylor could immediately make it, I'm not kidding, she could make it her best friend, and I was dumped like a hot potato. One in particular was the very famous Beauregard. Oh. Right, Nancy? He was a 125-pound Old English sheepdog with boundless energy. Tay would make her dad, it wasn't that hard to convince Rob because I always fed him, to bring her over with her skates. She'd leash up Beauregard, put on her skates, and he would pull her through my neighborhood until his tongue touched the pavement. I can't tell you who enjoyed it more, Taylor or Beauregard. I do remember standing in my living room window at one point, and they just would whiz. And I decided that she'd created a new sport, urban dog blading. With all the gifts and talents, the one thing that our dear child could not do was understand and receive the love that surrounded her. Emotional challenges are not something that you can put a Band-Aid on or set in a cast, but they are very real, and they deserve the same consideration. Taylor could not see her way clear. With every fiber of my heart, if anyone in here today is struggling, grab hold of the person next to you. They'll help you. We're pack animals, and we're supposed to care for each other. You're never alone. Rob, I honor the grace and faith by which you are able to endure. You are a man among men, and as much as I really hate to admit it, you've taught me many things these last few days. I hope that I can be half the person that you are. Sue, mom to mom, this is not how it's supposed to be. This is wrong. Parents don't bury their children. All of us in our own ways have tried to make sense of it, find logic or assign a reason, and it's just hard. As I age, 9 days older than Rob, I have found counsel in nature. When there are things that I cannot figure out or understand, I turn to nature for honesty. The truth is, in nature, when you have something that is superbly beautiful, extremely fragile, or amazingly tender, It does not live amongst the rest of us very long, at least not the way we want it to. My dear Taylor Ann, you were all of these. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints of snow. I am the sun on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Rest in peace, Taylor Ann.